My son discovered my secret play and revealed this, a true tale of unrequited passion. As we embark on this journey together, remember to show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Please share your location in the comment section. I look forward to hearing from you. As the sun sank slowly beneath the horizon, it enveloped the room in a tender, golden light that danced gently through the delicate curtains of the bedroom. In this tranquil dusk, Sophia reclined on the bed, her flowing hair enveloping her shoulders like a delicate veil of silk. The day stretched on endlessly, burdened by a multitude of responsibilities and obligations that pressed down on her heart. In this fleeting moment, she finally allowed herself to pause, to inhale deeply, and to savor the bittersweet essence of her longing. The soft whispers of twilight enveloped her, creating a serene embrace that she had yearned for amidst the chaos of the day. Meanwhile, footsteps whispered through the hallway, a haunting melody that heralded Ethan's return. He returned from his late afternoon run, his body alive with a vibrant rush, each heartbeat echoing the thrill of the moment. The cool breeze wrapped around him, awakening a sense of vitality and heightened awareness within his soul. As he neared Sophia's room, the door stood slightly open, a subtle beckoning that stirred something deep within him. Compelled by an irresistible pull, he eased the door open, its soft creak echoing the tension of the moment as it revealed what lay beyond. The vision that unfolded before him left him utterly unprepared. His stepmother, dressed in a casual tank top and shorts, was lost in a private moment, her focus on something that brought her undeniable joy, soft sighs slipping from her lips as she surrendered to the blissful experience. In the gentle, dimming glow of the room, her beauty captivated him, exuding an irresistible charm that left him utterly breathless. A surge of warmth enveloped Ethan, an unfamiliar flutter of feelings swirling within him as he absorbed the unexpected scene before him. Suspended in a delicate balance of longing and hesitation, he swiftly turned away, torn between the urge to breach her quiet world and the instinct to withdraw from the charged atmosphere enveloping them. Gathering his strength, he whispered gently, "Hey, are you all right?" His voice lingered in the air, a soft murmur that danced between worry and intrigue. Sophia opened her eyes, a rush of unexpected feelings flooding her as she took in his presence. "Oh, I didn't hear you come in," she murmured, her cheeks blooming with a soft warmth as the realization of her current state washed over her. Ethan ventured deeper into the room, captivated by her presence, his heart racing with an intensity he couldn't ignore. "I thought I'd see how you were doing," he said, attempting to keep his voice steady, even as his heart pounded wildly within him. "That's sweet of you," Sophia replied, her smile radiating warmth as she swiftly concealed the tool beside her, instinctively protecting it from his gaze. "Come, share this fleeting moment with me." He paused, the atmosphere thick with unspoken feelings, yet he drew nearer, perching on the edge of the bed, the exhilaration of the moment enveloping them both. They exchanged pleasantries, and Sophia felt a rush of shame and shyness, yet an undeniable tension lingered between them, an electric current that neither could resist. She began, her voice filled with a tender warmth. "You know, I'm truly grateful for how our connection has deepened since everything shifted." Ethan nodded, his heart heavy with the intensity of her words. They found themselves navigating a delicate shift, embracing the complexities of their evolving family ties. "Indeed, it carries a certain allure," he confessed, his eyes lingering on her face. "I never imagined we would connect in such a profound way." Sophia smiled, a glimmer of longing dancing in her eyes. At times, it is the unanticipated connections that blossom into the deepest significance. As they conversed, she reclined on the bed, her arms arching gracefully above her head, unintentionally revealing the elegance of her sculpted form. Ethan felt a rush of warmth flood his cheeks, a mix of longing and trepidation coursing through him. "Have you ever pondered the peculiar twists of existence?" Sophia inquired, her voice laced with a deep sense of longing. "Always," Ethan responded, a mischievous grin dancing on his lips. "Once, I saw you as someone distant, but now our bond has evolved in a way I never expected." Her eyebrow arched, a playful smirk dancing across her lips. This goes beyond the role of a stepmom.
What do you mean by that?
Ethan paused, his heart racing as he contemplated each word with intense longing. I find myself lost in uncertainty. It's as if every word flows effortlessly between us, and in your presence, I find a rare sense of understanding, Ethan confessed, his voice trembling with unspoken longing. As he spoke, a warmth enveloped Sophia, her gaze lingering on him with an intensity that hinted at unspoken yearnings. In that brief instant, their eyes locked in a gaze that crackled with intensity, an unvoiced bond swirling around them, vibrant and undeniable. "You're so easy to talk to," she replied softly, a tender smile illuminating her face. "Your essence has always resonated with me deeply." In that moment, the quiet enveloped them, heavy with an unspoken longing that crackled in the atmosphere. Ethan felt his heart racing, a tumultuous beat that mirrored the whirlwind of emotions swirling in his thoughts. He noticed Sophia's gaze on him, a look that sparked an exhilarating rush within him, awakening feelings he had long buried and never truly acknowledged until this moment. "May I pose a question to you?" he finally confessed, his voice barely above a whisper, heavy with the gravity of his unspoken longing. With a soft smile, she lifted herself on her elbows, her eyes sparkling with intrigue as she leaned closer, yearning to absorb every word he was about to share.
How do you truly feel about me?
He asked, the question lingering in the atmosphere, thick with longing and the weight of unspoken truths. Sophia hesitated, a flicker of conflict crossing her face as she weighed her response with deep contemplation. "Your essence captivates me in ways I never anticipated. Your intelligence and kindness shine brightly, and the journey you've taken has led to remarkable growth." Her voice was filled with genuine admiration as she spoke. Ethan's breath caught in his throat as he absorbed her words, each compliment stirring something profound within him. Have you ever wondered how life could unfold if you could shift boundaries and pursue your heart's true desires? He stepped forward, a delicate balance of trepidation and yearning guiding his every move. Sophia's expression shifted, a wave of unexpected emotion washing over her.
What are you trying to say?
She inquired, her head tilting ever so slightly, a blend of curiosity and caution dancing in her eyes. "You know, if we weren't in this complicated situation," Ethan murmured, his voice trembling with unspoken feelings, the warmth of vulnerability rising to his cheeks, igniting a fire within him. "If you're still here, captivated by this tale, leave a 1 in the comments to show me you're still by my side." A moment of silence enveloped them, the heaviness of unvoiced longings hanging in the atmosphere like a breath held back. Sophia gazed at him with a depth of feeling, her expression transforming as if she were on the brink of uncovering a hidden truth that stirred her very soul. "You're young," she whispered, her voice laced with nostalgia, "yet there's a fragment of my soul that resonates with your feelings." Ethan's heart raced at her confession, a whirlwind of trepidation and thrill enveloping him, invigorated by her candor and the tantalizing prospect of a deeper connection. "So, it lingers in your thoughts," he urged softly. Sophia bit her lip, caught in a moment of longing. It's only human to forge a bond with someone when you share those intimate moments, particularly in a setting that feels so extraordinary. Ethan nodded slowly, his heart swelling with a bittersweet longing. "There's an undeniable connection that stirs deep within me, something that transcends the ordinary." With a tender smile, she inched nearer, their knees nearly brushing against each other. "Caution is essential," she urged, her eyes intensely fixed on his. "The moment has the potential to transform everything." "I understand," he murmured, his heart racing, "yet there are moments when the most beautiful experiences arise from embracing the unknown." Sophia felt a wave of emotions, unsure of what to say, as they stood in shared silence. It was gentle and hesitant, a flicker of connection blossoming between them that was both exhilarating and taboo. As they finally separated, both gasping for air, Sophia locked her gaze with Ethan's, a whirlwind of doubt and exhilaration swirling within her eyes. "What comes next?" she inquired, her tone brimming with awe. In that moment, he responded, a knowing smile gracing his lips, as if to say, "We will navigate this journey slowly, savoring each fleeting moment." They exchange a knowing smile, an unspoken bond forming as they stepped into the unknown, eager to delve into the richness of their connection and the tantalizing opportunities that awaited them. Indeed, the days melted into weeks. Over time, their understanding of each other deepened, creating a bond filled with meaningful conversations and unspoken emotions. They exchanged fleeting caresses, prolonged stares, and hushed words that ignited a thrilling warmth within them. Each moment crackled with intensity, the atmosphere heavy with unvoiced longings. One afternoon, as Sophia meticulously arranged the living room, Ethan entered with a mischievous grin, igniting a spark of unspoken tension between them. "What are you feeling right now?" he inquired, his presence lingering in the doorway, a silent tension hanging in the air. She looked up at him, a spark of longing in her eyes as she whispered, "I'm just trying to make this place a bit more presentable." "It feels like an endless journey." Ethan moved in, a spark of mischief in his eyes as he grabbed a stray pillow and playfully tossed it her way, igniting a moment filled with unspoken tension. "Perhaps it's time to step away for a moment. What if we shared a movie experience together, letting the story pull us into its depths?" Sophia experienced a rush of exhilaration at the thought, a spark igniting within her that she had long kept hidden. "Perhaps a momentary escape would do me good," she remarked, her smile hinting at something deeper. They sank into the couch, the soft glow from the television dancing across their features, wrapping them in a warm embrace that felt both tender and electric. The film flickered in the background, yet their focus was captivated by a deeper, unspoken connection that drew them closer together. Instead, they exchanged furtive glances, their hearts pounding in unison. Gradually, as if drawn by an unseen force, their hands moved nearer until their fingers finally intertwined, igniting a spark that coursed through Sophia, leaving her breathless. As the tension escalated on screen, Sophia glanced at Ethan, her heart racing with an intoxicating mix of longing and uncertainty. "Do you believe this conversation could lead to something profound?" she inquired softly, her tone tinged with hesitation and a hint of worry. "What are you trying to say?" Ethan responded, a hint of concern etching his features as he sought to unravel the depths of her unspoken feelings. She whispered, her hand sweeping through the air, bridging the distance that pulsed with unspoken longing. "It feels intoxicatingly perfect, yet there's an undercurrent of peril that sends shivers down my spine." Her words lingered, heavy with unspoken longing and the thrill of what could be. He nodded, a weight settling in his gaze as he absorbed the depth of her words. "I understand your perspective, yet my feelings for you are beyond my control." His voice carried a raw honesty that stirred something profound inside her, igniting feelings she had long buried. Before she could find her words, he drew nearer, erasing the distance that separated them. They exchanged a look filled with unspoken understanding, acknowledging the depth of their connection. This time, the kiss lingered, filled with an intensity that spoke of unspoken truths, as if they were both surrendering to the magnetic pull of their hidden desires. The moment enveloped them, a heady escape where everything beyond their connection dissolved into obscurity, leaving only the depth of their shared longing. Sophia was swept away by a surge of vitality that she hadn't felt in ages, the intensity of their bond sparking a flame inside her that was as intoxicating as it was terrifying. Suddenly, the rumble of a car entering the driveway pierced their intimate world, bringing the weight of reality upon them and shattering the fragile moment they had created. Sophia felt a wave of turmoil wash over her as she withdrew, her heart pounding wildly in a chaotic dance. "What if someone sees us?" she whispered, her voice quivering with a blend of trepidation and longing. "Then we'll face it together," Ethan replied, his eyes filled with a warmth that promised understanding. "Yet, I can no longer keep the truth concealed." With that, he drew her close again, their lips colliding with a fervor that revealed the depth of their unspoken longings. The kiss intensified, his fingers weaving through her hair as she surrendered to the moment, her anxieties fading away, if only briefly. As they pulled away, both gasping for air, Sophia experienced a rush of exhilaration surging within her. "I long to be free," she confessed, her heart racing with a mix of fear and longing. Ethan smiled, an intoxicating blend of relief and joy illuminating his features. "Then, let's bring the scene to life," he murmured gently. The door creaked open, and in an instant, they pulled away from each other, leaning back against the couch with a feigned nonchalance, hearts racing beneath the surface. Sophia's husband entered the room, unaware of the charged silence that lingered in the air, heavy with unspoken feelings. "Hey, what are you two exploring?" he inquired, his eyes flickering toward the screen, a hint of longing in his gaze. As she sat there, her smile felt like a fragile mask, hiding the tumult of emotions swirling within her. "Just watching a movie," Sophia replied, her voice barely above a whisper. "What emotions filled your day today?" Ethan's husband let out a dismissive sigh, sinking into the embrace of the armchair as if seeking solace from the weight of unspoken feelings. It was the same old routine, with nothing stirring the heart. As they exchanged casual words, Sophia felt her heart quicken, a thrilling blend of exhilaration and trepidation surging within her. She exchanged furtive glances with Ethan, the thrill of longing igniting a fire within her. Once Sophia's husband stepped out, the moment the door clicked shut, she faced Ethan, her gaze brimming with a thrilling blend of excitement and trepidation.
Did you feel that?
She murmured, a secretive smile illuminating her features. Ethan remained blissfully unaware, chuckling as the air between them lightened when they exchanged a glance filled with unspoken understanding. "There's an exhilarating rush, isn't there?" Ethan murmured, his voice a soft caress, as he leaned in, the space between them shrinking with every heartbeat. "Absolutely," Sophia responded, her pulse quickening as their eyes locked in an intense moment. "Yet, we must tread lightly. We must ensure he remains oblivious to our hidden truths." Her voice carried a profound intensity, echoing the depth of their predicament. "Certainly," Ethan recognized, his demeanor a blend of gravity and whimsy, his gaze glimmering with a hint of rebellion. "Yet, we can still savor the moments we share, can't we?" With a mischievous sparkle in his gaze, he took her hand, their fingers weaving together in a manner that was both instinctive and charged with an undeniable intensity. They lingered together for the next hour, enveloped in a cocoon of whispered words, exchanging hidden truths and reveling in laughter that ignited a spark in the air around them. Every caress sent shivers through her, awakening a longing within Sophia that she had buried deep. It was a sensation of being truly seen and understood, a revelation that took her by surprise. "Have you ever contemplated the depth of our connection if we could truly express our feelings without restraint?" Ethan inquired, his tone hushed and sincere, as the gravity of his question lingered in the space that separated them. In moments of quiet reflection, Sophia found herself grappling with the weight of his words, her heart racing as she bit her lip, caught in the thrill of what could be. "Yet, I find myself lost in the uncertainty of how that could unfold. Everything is at stake." The idea of their hidden connection being exposed stirred a whirlwind of emotions, a delicate balance between longing and trepidation. He leaned in closer, their faces mere inches apart, the charged atmosphere enveloping them in a whirlwind of unspoken longing. "What if we embraced each moment as it comes? Just see where the journey leads us," he urged, his voice laced with yearning and unspoken dreams. A surge of exhilaration washed over Sophia, igniting a spark deep within her soul. She was swept up in a whirlwind of anticipation and trepidation, her heart racing at the idea of delving deeper into their bond. "Do you really believe that?" she inquired, her gaze probing his for the comfort she craved, the heat of his being grounding her in this fleeting encounter. "I do," he said, his gaze unwavering, filled with a depth of feeling that lingered in the air between them. "We owe it to our hearts to delve into this journey." In that instant, a surge of longing ignited within her, awakening feelings she had long buried. "All right, let's explore what unfolds," she consented, her heart pounding with anticipation. They exchanged a fleeting, tender kiss, their laughter intertwining like a secret melody in the air. I suppose we should savor every moment we have, Ethan remarked, a playful glint dancing in his eyes. As the days unfolded, they discovered secret ways to savor fleeting moments together, cherishing each stolen glance and whispered word. In the quiet moments of family dinners, their eyes would meet in fleeting glances, a spark igniting in the air. As they moved around the kitchen, their bodies would brush against each other, sending shivers down their spines. The smiles they exchanged were laced with unspoken understanding, a world of longing hidden beneath the surface. One afternoon, with her husband away on errands, Sophia found herself inviting Ethan over, drawn by an unspoken tension as they prepared to tackle the chores that awaited them. "I could use an extra set of hands," she said, her heart pounding at the tantalizing idea of solitude with him. With a warm smile illuminating his features, Ethan eagerly responded, "Absolutely. I'm here to help." They toiled together, a spark of joy igniting the atmosphere as they navigated their shared endeavors. Their connection ignited with an electric intensity, each fleeting contact sending shivers down their spines. As they stepped into the living room to dust the shelves, Sophia felt the magnetic pull of Ethan's presence beside her. The warmth emanating from him enveloped her, igniting a flutter in her heart that was both thrilling and forbidden. She playfully teased, "You really know how to make cleaning enjoyable," attempting to maintain a lighthearted atmosphere, even as an undercurrent of tension lingered between them. If this video resonates with you and you feel the pull of its story, leave a 2 in the comments to show me you're still here, sharing in this journey. With a playful grin illuminating his features, he responded, his eyes glinting with a tantalizing hint of rebellion. In that fleeting moment, as their fingers grazed against one another while reaching for the same object on the shelf, an electric spark ignited between them, stirring something deep and unspoken. The sudden connection ignited a spark within Sophia, drawing her gaze upward to meet Ethan's intense eyes. In that fleeting instant, they were suspended in a timeless embrace, the chaos of the world dissolving as the silent yearning pulsed in the air around them. "What if we—" he started, his voice a whisper laced with longing, but Sophia interrupted him, her eyes darting to the door with a mix of anxiety and awareness of the peril they faced. "We can't," she said swiftly, a tremor of urgency lacing her voice, even as her heart quickened at the mere idea of stepping into the forbidden. The rush of the instant was a captivating blend of excitement and fear, a perilous waltz on the brink of something deeply transformative. Ethan moved in, his eyes locked onto hers with a fervor that seemed to unravel the very fabric of their reality, as if he were seeking the hidden truths buried deep within her soul. "But what if we yearn to?" he inquired, his voice laced with a tantalizing blend of defiance and allure. His gaze ignited a fire within her, awakening emotions she had buried deep, impossible to resist any longer. In that fleeting instant, the allure of giving in to her deepest longings enveloped Sophia, leaving her on the edge of a decision that held the power to transform her world entirely. She confessed, her breath catching in her throat. "But what of your father?" "He doesn't need to find out," Ethan murmured, his tone laced with a quiet intensity. "We can embrace the shadows of our longing." "I don't know," Sophia said, her heart racing with a whirlwind of forbidden feelings. "What if he uncovers the truth? Then," he urged, "we'll navigate this path together, reducing the distance between them until their bodies were almost inseparable." Sophia sensed the warmth emanating from him, the unspoken connection between them intensifying to a point that felt almost overwhelming. The space seemed to shrink around them, their breaths intertwining in the electric atmosphere. At last, surrendering to the pull of her longing, Sophia bridged the distance, their lips colliding in a passionate embrace. This time felt electric, charged with an intensity that had been building, a powerful blend of longing and connection that had woven through every shared glance and whispered secret before this moment. Ethan's hands gripped her waist, drawing her nearer as she surrendered to the moment, the chaos of the world dissolving into nothingness. She was consumed by a vibrant pulse, each nerve ending igniting with a thrilling sense of longing. But just as the kiss deepened, wrapping them in a cocoon of warmth and yearning, The sudden sound of a car rolling into the driveway shattered the moment like fragile glass crashing to the ground. A wave of tumultuous feelings crashed over Sophia, and she instinctively recoiled, her eyes reflecting a mix of shock and awakening as the weight of reality enveloped her once more. "What if he steps through that door?" she whispered, her voice laced with a trembling urgency. "Then we'll pretend everything is fine," Ethan replied, his voice unwavering, yet laced with an undercurrent of longing. "We can navigate this path together." His words flowed with a magnetic assurance that both comforted and unnerved her, echoing the delicate balance of their circumstances. They instinctively recoiled from one another, hearts pounding wildly as the front door creaked open, shattering the fragile moment. Sophia's husband called out from the hallway, and she plastered a smile on her face, striving to appear nonchalant while a storm of conflicting emotions swirled within her. "Hey, how did your outing go?" she inquired, her heart racing wildly as she locked eyes with Ethan. In that momentary gaze, an unspoken connection ignited between them, brimming with longing and a deep, unacknowledged bond. It was a simple response, yet it carried a weight of unspoken longing as he entered the living room, masking deeper emotions beneath a facade of casualness. "What are you both exploring together?" he asked, his gaze sweeping the room with a hint of longing. "Just tidying up," Sophia said, her voice calm, concealing the rush of emotions swirling within her. "There's a subtle thrill in the air, a whisper of something more beneath the surface." He spoke casually, unaware of the charged atmosphere that had suddenly enveloped them, heavy and uninvited. As he unloaded the bags he had brought home, the ordinary task anchored him in reality, while Sophia and Ethan shared fleeting glances, each laden with the intoxicating weight of their hidden connection, bubbling just beneath the surface. After dinner that evening, Sophia's husband sank into the couch, lost in the glow of the television, while she and Ethan quietly slipped away to the kitchen, pretending to tidy up. The atmosphere crackled with tension, each step they took a delicate balance between the comfort of the familiar and the intoxicating thrill of their unspoken longings. "I can't believe we nearly got discovered," Sophia whispered, her heart pounding with exhilaration. Ethan let out a quiet laugh, his body relaxed against the counter, a hint of something deeper flickering in his eyes. "It adds an intoxicating thrill, doesn't it?" Sophia stared at him, a smile slowly forming on her lips, reawakening a warmth she believed had long been dormant. "Indeed, it truly does. Perhaps we ought to explore a different path for our moments together," he proposed, his gaze shimmering with a hint of daring. "What do you mean?" she inquired, her curiosity piqued. "What if we escape to the lake tomorrow?" Ethan suggested, his voice laced with an unspoken longing. "Only we exist in this moment. It will be refreshing to escape for a while." Sophia's heart fluttered with a mix of longing and trepidation at the thought. "That feels so right," she whispered, a thrill coursing through her veins. "Just promise me we'll tread lightly." "Always," Ethan whispered, drawing nearer to her, the air thick with unspoken longing. "I will handle it all." The following day, they embarked on their journey to the lake, the sun casting a warm glow above as they navigated the serpentine roads, each turn igniting a spark of anticipation within them. The atmosphere was thick with the intoxicating aroma of pine and wildflowers, as an unspoken longing for adventure lingered in the space between them. As they approached, the enchanting allure of the lake captivated Sophia, leaving her momentarily speechless. The sun glimmered on the water, creating a spell of tranquility that enveloped them, stirring a deep-seated longing within their souls. "Wow, this place is breathtaking," she whispered, stepping out of the car, her heart racing with unspoken longing. "Just wait until you experience it up close," Ethan said with a knowing smile, guiding her toward the shimmering water's edge. As they strolled along the shoreline, the warmth of the sand enveloped their feet, guiding them to a hidden sanctuary where the world faded away. Sophia experienced a thrilling surge of freedom, liberated from the watchful gaze of others. If you're still captivated by this video and feel a spark of inspiration from the story, drop a 3 in the comments to show me you're still here with me. Let's sit for a moment. Ethan suggested, his voice laced with a yearning that seemed to echo in the stillness as he sank onto the soft grass by the tranquil lake. The vibrant foliage enveloped them, a tender embrace urging them to linger and immerse themselves in the enchanting allure surrounding them. Sophia joined him, her heart racing as she felt the cool earth beneath her, a thrilling sense of longing enveloping her as she settled in beside him. In that moment, they inhaled deeply, savoring the serene atmosphere that wrapped around them like a secret embrace. The soft whisper of leaves swaying in the wind and the faint murmur of water caressing the shore wove a tender melody, enveloping them in a warm embrace of serenity and solace. "This is lovely," Sophia said, reclining on her hands, her face lifted toward the heavens. She closed her eyes, surrendering to the tender embrace of the setting sun, its warm rays enveloping her skin in a soft, golden caress. The sunlight enveloped them, each ray a whisper of the beauty in their shared moment, a tantalizing reprieve from the weight of the world outside. "Nice," Ethan agreed, his voice a soft murmur, rich with contemplation, as if he were cherishing each fleeting moment they shared. He stole a glance at her, captivated by how the sunlight danced upon her features, wrapping her in a glow that rendered her almost otherworldly. "I'm so grateful we took this step," Sophia whispered, her eyes fluttering open to connect with Ethan's intense gaze. The depth of his gaze ignited a spark within her, stirring emotions she had buried deep, longing to break free. In that fleeting instant, the world around them dissolved, leaving only the two of them and the intoxicating bond they were daring to uncover. "Me too," she murmured, her voice a delicate thread, as if the very air around them held a fragile enchantment that she dared not disturb. As the sun dipped below the horizon, a soft, golden glow enveloped the lake, creating a breathtaking tableau where every shade intensified, blurring the lines between day and night, evoking a sense of longing and unspoken desires. Ethan leaned in closer, the air thick with unspoken yearnings and a thrilling tension that ignited their souls. "May I kiss you once more?" he inquired, his voice softening to a whisper, laced with a blend of yearning and fragility. The question lingered, thick with unspoken feelings, causing Sophia's heart to race in a way she never imagined it could. She experienced a surge of warmth enveloping her, a thrilling blend of exhilaration and uncertainty. His sincerity dissolved the last traces of uncertainty within her heart. With her breath held tightly and her heart racing wildly, she nodded slowly, her eyes shimmering with unspoken longing. Indeed, she found the strength to respond, her voice barely above a whisper, yet her words carried deep certainty. In a heartbeat, he bridged the gap, their lips colliding in a languid, fervent kiss that was both gentle and charged with an undeniable intensity. The kiss was a silent confession, brimming with the deep, unvoiced feelings they had been circling for ages. Every sensation deepened. The heat of his lips on hers unleashed tremors throughout her being, sparking a flame that had long been dormant. The kiss intensified, swirling with an undeniable fervor, as if they were both surrendering to the long-buried truth of their desires. It felt like the universe had paused, leaving everything beyond us to dissolve into nothingness. The gentle whispers of the world faded away, leaving just the pulse of their hearts and the intertwining of their breaths, creating an intimate symphony of longing. In that instant, the world faded away, leaving only the two of them entwined in an intoxicating whirlwind of emotions, a profound testament to their connection that left them gasping and yearning for what lay beyond. The unmistakable sound of a car gliding into the driveway abruptly disrupted the fragile atmosphere, jolting Sophia from her reverie. A wave of turmoil washed over her as she recoiled, her gaze filled with a mix of fear and longing. What if we find ourselves trapped in this moment? Her voice trembled with a blend of trepidation and thrill, her thoughts swirling with the potential fallout of finding out. As we approach the conclusion of this shared experience, we trust that you felt the stirring emotions in the deepening bond between Sophia and Ethan. Their tale unfolds as a poignant exploration of the intricate web of connections and the deep feelings that can emerge in the most surprising of situations. We are eager to listen to your thoughts. What insights have you gained from this tale? Pause for a moment and delve deep within yourself to uncover a profound insight that you intend to embrace in your journey. I invite you to share your reflections below. If this video stirred something within you, we invite you to share your thoughts. Give it a thumbs up, spread the word, and join our YouTube family for more captivating experiences. We appreciate your presence and eagerly anticipate our next encounter in the upcoming video. Your engagement means the world to us, and together, we can explore new ideas and foster a supportive community. Until then, keep seeking inspiration and remember that every step you take is part of your unique story. Your journey is important, and we are honored to be a part of it. Stay curious, stay creative, and we look forward to seeing you in our next adventure.